On today's episode of Fix It Your Motherfucker Self, we got a 2011 Chevrolet Silverado. Yeah, we're going to show you what the girls are doing, you know what I'm saying? All right, got this steering tool hooked up the old girl. And what the problem is this, let's go here. Pull the engine. Let's see if we can find it here. See? The key is on, as you can see. But look at where it says oil pressure. 129. Ain't no fucking way with the key on and the engine is off. There's no way. The car's not on, so why we have oil pressure? So, tells you what we're gonna be doing today. Oil pressure switch on the girl. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Another way to test. See that? Well, I'm hitting the horn and shit. That right there, car's off. Watch this when I turn it on. That motherfucker didn't jump nowhere. Yeah, oil pressure switch fucked up. So holler at y'all in a minute. First we're gonna do, take off this old cover. And then we'll be back. Holler at y'all in a minute. Oh, we gonna obviously need a motherfucking ladder, step ladder, because this thing's sitting up, you know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna get the ladder over there and get to work. So, I'll holler at y'all in a minute. We're gonna be dealing with sensors, so disconnect that son bitch. You know, just be on the safe side. Now, gonna connect the mass airflow sensor and get you a flathead or 8mm for that one and that one, and then just pull that old snorkel off. So, I'll show you in a minute. Oh, don't forget to take this off, because you've been to pull this son bitch out and be like, what the fuck just broke? So, as soon as you do that, everything should be ready to come up out. So, I'll show you in a minute. Disconnect the old throttle body. Plug. Little tab. Don't lose, bitch. Get it off, then put it back on. And, go map sensor and all that good shit. Okay, I'm not on a ladder, so yeah, let me hurry get me a motherfucking ladder. And then you get those 3 10mm bolts right there. Gonna get the line for the PCV valve out the way. Loosen that 10mm bolt right there. Unplug the alternator because all the wire harness gonna come together. And then we're gonna have to try in a minute. So let's do all that shit. Not only you gotta get the electrical plug out, you gotta get the wire off so you can swing over that way so it's not in the way when you get the rest of this shit off. And I just put the nut back on so I know where the fuck it's at. So I had to get this off, the evap, and there's a tab back here. You gotta pull it, push it that way. See my finger moving it, and then pull it up like so. And then you move that out the way. Now, what you can do, you have to unplug the electrical plug right here for the evap, and then that too, because this whole rail's got to come up off here. So, holler at y'all in a minute. Well, technically, you didn't have to let go of that one because the evap is going to stay on the rail. So, really, you needed to move these two. So, I'm going to hook that back up. Now that I really look at it. So, yeah, unplug the plug back there and that one back there. And then, there you go. So, I'll tell you in a minute. All right, now you're going to take off this and you're going to release the pressure on the fuel line because it's going to leak. It's going to leak a lot if you don't. And on the injectors, you pull the green tab up, then push in that and release. And you're going to have a lot of little pieces of the fucking harness just breaking over everywhere because it's brittle as fuck being in this heat all the damn time. So, we'll holler at y'all in a minute. All right. Got all the wire loose and all the injectors loose, and then this is the fuel line. There's a safety clip that is right there. Take that off, then you get your disconnect tool and pull it into the disconnect tool, and then we release the little teeth that's inside of there, and then you can pull it right off. So, I'll tell you in a minute. Now you got all the electrical, got the fuel line disconnected, and that's the tool right there. Let me show y'all right now. That's the tool. Got all that disconnected. You got 5 bolts on each side. 1, 2, not that one right there. That's for the fuel. 3, 4, and 1 in the back, 5 on each side. And this motherfucker will be ready to go. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Almost got. Don't forget, get the brake booster line off, because you'll be pulling this bitch, wondering why it's holding back. So pretty much, it's loose as hell now. It's ready to come out of here. So this little thing back in the back, this little plastic pool bullshit they put on these newer model ones. Yeah, that is on there, but you don't need it. So when it's gonna be a bitch trying to get this out with it on. So when you get it off, do yourself a favor and take that motherfucker off. It does nothing. It serves no purpose whatsoever. You understand me? This is what I'm telling you. Take the bitch off. I'm talking about this little plastic little thing jig. Trust me. I took these off plenty of cars, and you'll see plenty of motherfuckers tell you the same thing. Take it off. It does nothing. And it'll help you in the long run if you ever got to do this job again. And it won't snag on to this shit when you try to get it out, because you'll be thinking something's still connected, and it ain't nothing but that. So this goes to tell. This also tells me that this has never been done, because another mechanic would have took that bitch off, just like I'm gonna do. So holla at y'all in a minute. Here's another example why you won't take the bitch off. See that wiring harness right there? It's snagged on it. It serves no fucking purpose but to aggravate you. That back there is what we're after. That's why you gotta go through all this, and that's why you pay so much money for a mechanic to do all this, because you gotta get all this bullshit off. So, I'll try in a minute. And this is another indication where you could tell that a rodent has been here. See these little things right here? They're supposed to keep out water and shit, and which they actually don't. What they do is they get all wet and moist, and then the rats come in here, make a nest, and they sit and chill inside your damn intake area. Then they get all the material clogged up down in your cylinder, and you be sitting there wondering why your shit running all like crazy. So get your shop vac and vacuum this bullshit up. Try to pull as much you can away from those ports. Then you try to clean up. So that's what we're gonna do right now. That's what came after. That right there. Take the electrical plug off. Then when I get the socket, I will let y'all know what it is. So holla at y'all in a minute. Apparently there was some wasp nests in here too. So yeah, all the little animal kingdom was trying to do their thing up in here. So we're gonna holla at y'all in a minute. Now you're gonna get you a 1 1/16 oil pressure sensor socket. Get that motherfucker off. Yeah, we could put all the holes, so when we clean this thing up, wouldn't have all the debris getting down in the cylinders. So I'll tell you in a minute. Here you go to the new one. In case y'all get the part number, it's kind of got mixed up. I think it's 126. What is that? T3134, I believe it is. Don't get me the line, it might be wrong, but it kind of got messed up. But yeah, here you go, new one right there. And we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Put the new one in, and give that old electrical plug a tug, just so you make sure that the motherfucker's on there. You ready to get all this shit off, and then gotta start back all over again, just get that damn plug back fuck on. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. We know these originals gaskets because they green. So easy to take these off. Pull on each side, pull a little gasket off. Got the new one inside. Show y'all a little Fel Pro gasket. So y'all get the part number. There you go. So we're gonna have y'all in a minute. Now we got all the gaskets changed out. So we're ready to put this thing back together. So we're gonna house y'all in a minute. As y'all can see, we just putting Humpty Dumpty back together again, because you know, we pretty much done. Gotta put the snorkel back on, all that good shit. Other than that, This motherfucker ready to start up here shortly after we hook that back up and put that on. So, yeah, I'll holler at y'all in a minute. All right, just want to show y'all. We got everything changed out. Look at it now. 1.74 with the key on. Now, let me see if that gauge move when I turn the key on. Well, let me try it again. Oh, yeah, we got to build up the fuel pressure. So let's be back in a minute after we build up pressure because we did disconnect the fuel line. So holler at y'all in a minute. All right, now that we done built up the fuel pressure, let's see now what the gauge is talking about. Look at that. That motherfucker got good oil pressure now, goddammit. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes this episode of Fix It Your Motherfucker Self. Till the next time, y'all be careful out there and go out there and enjoy this Memorial Day. Remember all the ones that's not here no more, the armed services. I'm still here, but I was in the armed services, so good thing I am here. And rest in peace to my father, who was a Marine. So, holler at y'all in a minute.